Welcome back everyone, and for those of you who are just joining, I'm doing a little bit of maintenance on my 89 Mustang 5.0, affectionately called JYM, or Junkyard Mustang. So what I'll be going over in this video is the assembly process of putting the timing chain cover on. There's a little bit of cleanup to do on that I'll show in there as well. There's also the harmonic dampers, the next thing I'll be showing how to install that. And then after I install the harmonic damper, we'll show you how to install the cylinder head. I'm only going to show one cylinder head because the other one is the exact same process, just on the other side. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so I'm getting ready to put the timing cover on. So these little buggers here have to be cut to fit. I've got to trim that right back there, right? So it fits. Now this won't go on this side. If you try to put it over here on this side, the bolt holes won't line up right. Put that on there, right? If we go to put it over here, we don't line up. So be careful of that. The harmonic damper is a device that goes on the end of the crankshaft of an engine, and what it does, it dampens out the harmonics. So what that means to some of you who might not know is it's kind of like what your shock absorber does when you hit a bump. Another way to describe a harmonic is like in music, if you're in harmony with something. So when things are in harmony and it's a good thing, it's nice and beautiful. If it's not a good thing, it turns out kind of like how you got the people who can sing and break the glass. Those are the kinds of harmonics that goes on into the engine, and a harmonic dampener is the thing that kind of tones those down or cancels those out. Okay, I'm ready to put the damper on. So I just reversed my little tool here so that I push in. The bolts are just kind of holding the plate in. Okay, so important to go ahead and lube this up. Lube up the inside too, that way it goes on and you don't have any kind of galling on there where it goes on the crankshaft. So, crankshaft. Okay, timing cover's on. I've put my degree wheel on, dial indicator, got true top dead center, and I have number 1 at about 12 degrees before top dead center firing. So I just kind of dropped 2 lifters down in there. Neither one of them are up, so that means both valves are closed. I'm looking good. So the difference on this damper, which is a new damper, bought like the cheap Pioneer one or whatever, it's pretty accurate. I found it to be 1 degree of true top dead center, which I consider to be my margin of error. So we're good. I don't have to mark anything, so that's pretty sweet. So number 1 up, ready for firing. So now to just not mess with anything. Alright, why am I standing inside the engine bay of a Fox Mustang? Well, I just got my cylinder head on. So I just simply am not physically able to have it over here and bend over the fender and get it down in there, right? I can't do it. That's how I took the head out, and I suffered for that, and it's pretty ugly. So next best thing, since I already had all this stuff off anyway, I figured why not crawl in here, come with some bolts with some oversized washers on here, and I can grab hold of it and pick it up, and I'll set it on the fender here. I've got my towel on it, gently set it on there, good flat surface, picked it up and I was able to put it down in there, square it up, no problem whatsoever. So results may vary. Some of you might not be able to do it like this, but you might be able to put it in there and get the head in there. But it sits down there pretty good. So just warning you there, these iron heads are not all that light. So anyways, got to get back to it. Okay, I'm about to start putting head bolts in. I'm just going to get them all in right now and hand tight, and then I'll come back and do my torque sequence later. So I do have the ARP bolts, which come with the ARP in the fastener assembly lubricant. So on the upper bolts in here, which is what I'm going to put in first, I'm going to use the lubricant on the threads and the heads and the washer. So on the lower bolts, I'll do everything except for the threads. I'll use my sealant on the threads, the Permatex sealant, because those lower ones all go into the water jacket. So just get ready to make a mess. Dauber on there. Just kind of do a few little lines there. They don't take a whole lot. Chamfer goes to the head side of the bolt. I like to spin it just a little bit there. Daub that little bit that comes out on the washer side. Honestly, this just looks like a graphite base substance here. Anyways, I'll slap one in here. You're going to get messy doing this. Just want to note the ARP bolts are 9/16 head. Okay, when I've got the threads clean, everything should go in by hand. Just like that, right there. Okay. So I'm just going to continue doing this on the rest of them. If I use a ratchet just a little bit to make sure it's got a, it is good and hand tight. Make sure that bolt, everything's seated good. See, like that right there, kind of. But I'm not putting any real torque on it, right? I'm just getting it pretty much hand tight. It should pretty much go in by hand because I cleaned all the threads, right? But sometimes there's just a hair of a catch in there. All right, well, I'm going to get back to it. Okay, the lowers, same thing, but only different. I didn't grab my washers. So, same thing here. I'm just going to put some lubricant, the ARP stuff, on the head of the bolt. Washer, chamfer down towards the head of the bolt, right? Give her a spin. A little bit on the washer side. But the difference is, I'm going to use the Permatex thread sealant because it's going into a water jacket. You probably could use that, but I have this. I want to use it. It's a new toy. Usually I just put the anti-seize on there, but I'm trying to keep refining and getting better at this craft here. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and don't be afraid to comment. See you next time on Broken Tool Garage.